Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to the Red Estate. In today's episode, I think we're going to be journeying after another one of the Ancestors' trinkets. This time, the Ancestors' coat has caught my eye. Oh, and look, Amand is yearning for adventure. We've got Ver all rested and relaxed up, ready to come with us. And, due to recent comments, somebody asked about why I never used the Highwayman. Apparently they missed out on the long stretch of episodes where I was using a Highwayman like every time we went into the Cove. But since we're going back into the Cove, I'm thinking maybe like a Thaon, Omand, Lovett lineup. We've done Who's Laughing Now before, but we've got these two guys are still level 5, so we can gain a little bit by setting them back in. And I'd be pretty okay with that. Let's check. Everybody's all trinketed up except... Do we have bloody dice? No. We've got a bleed stone. Dodge, protection and dodge. Well, that is too bad. Okay, so no bloody dice, but I'll be okay. He does have Battle Ballad. Mostly going to be doing Harvest and Battle Ballad, I would assume. Okay. I think this this lineup should be okay. We're a little light on gold. Spent quite a bit of it on removing some negative quirks from characters, that sort of thing. So, better safe than sorry. We'll go with better safe than sorry. And bandages are super necessary down here. Take like 2 of those. And 12 torches should be plenty. I'm going to spend the rest on food to bring another stack. And that should be plenty of provisioning. Of course, we put all of our eggs into this basket, what with not having any gold if things went horribly wrong. But I don't see things going horribly wrong. Of course, when do you see things going horribly wrong? If we saw them go horribly wrong beforehand, we would just not do the thing that led to that. So I think this will be okay. I mean, we haven't spent a ton of time in the Cove with the Cultist replacing Vestal in the 4th rank. But there's not a huge difference in the way that this group is going to work out versus the way the Wine Women in Song...
The smell of rotting fish is almost unbearable.
The way the Wine Women in Song configuration did. So I think that'll be fine. This is not fantastic for mapping. What are we going to do here? Probably go up, over, circle around. A fair amount of backtracking. Not loving it. But I don't see any real way around that. Let's do the math really quick here. Okay, so if I go this way, we'll have to do what? We'll probably be able to leave 2 or 3 rooms unexplored. Man. Up is the only way that really makes sense. I'm totally not loving that. Oh no. Off to such a great start. What with our characters disobeying us to just dig right in. Of course, we got a sapphire out of it. I mean, that's pretty cool. Treasure ahead, he'd wager. He'd wager right. Okay, still nothing. This is just an exploration mission, so theoretically some good scouts could tell us that there are room fights that we don't want to deal with. That sort of thing. We may just avoid any of the unnecessary battles. And still no scouting, though. Well, this early on, we'll try to get our backtracking out of the way. I do love that. Ooh, man, you were in a bad way there. Oh, that is the problem with Ver being our only healer, is he goes out every time he's not too stressed to do it. And so we have not had a lot of time to send him to the sanitarium. And man, has he gotten disease-ridden or negative quirk-ridden, I suppose, as diseases are actually a thing now. But Yeah, he's looking a little worse for wear due to that. Ugh. Okay. Down to 4, huh? Well, tell you what, let's stun that one. And then that would not be able to kill him. I guess Abyssal Artillery is the only thing that really makes sense there. 12 damage is decent. Certainly respectable. Would have loved a dodge off of that. I am actually thinking, one of the reasons I want the Ancestor's Coat, probably not Ver, but I do want to give it to Miri, the other occultist, and try him out as like a second rank occultist with like a very dodge tank focused build. I'd like to see how well that all works. Oh, that stung. That stung a lot. Let's see here. Tell you what, if I stun that guy, that means he doesn't get to take any more actions. He'll just bleed out. We can do a quick healing here. Hope RNGesus is on our side. I do have to move there, though. That's a little unfortunate. Tell you what, let's kill him.
Is broken.
And then
maintain the offensive.
Stun him. Okay. And this fight is over.
Slow death. Unforeseen.
Whether or not the enemy is aware of it yet, it's definitely over. Okay. Now, I love that we got 2 chances to heal him. Awesome. He's backed up to 36. And, nothing I can really do here. So let's just lunge for the end.
The fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Nice. Decent amount of gold. The crest's not so worthwhile. And we'll swap back around and check out this final room. Final room of this hallway. Okay. Surprise the piranha. Let's see if we could... Oh, beautiful. Oh, man. I can crit, but they can still resist it? I do not
surges as the enemy crumbles.
Understand how that attack roll works then, clearly. I have no use for marking. Get some damage on. You know what? I'm thinking I wanted to just kill him instead of the point-blank shot. Probably not getting the job done unless I was to land a critical strike.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
That was probably the right move. 8. Not a great amount of damage. Yeah, the less consistent healing does worry me a little bit. No bleed. Again, I think I just kill him.
Destroy them all.
Ow. Oh, double ow. Yeah, that stung. Okay. Okay. Let's maybe consider a turn or 2 of healing. Open vein. Does get the bleed. That's quite nice. 14. Okay. Could land like 1 more of those. I'd be pretty okay with it. Love it, of course, turning out basically useless from this spot. That is unfortunate. Hey. Critically struck that dead body there, though, didn't he? Yeah. Wonderful. It's kind of unfortunate that will actually kill him. Okay. Beautiful. Those are some lovely eels.
Death by inches.
Alright, still don't need crests. Toss those away. Swap these guys back around. I'm even thinking swapping these guys back around. Letting him, like, inspiring tune more often? I don't know, though. That's probably a bad idea. Let's take this opportunity to eat a little bit, though. And then start our backtracking ways. Oh, there we go. Wait, this is a long dungeon, so, you know, buckle yourselves in, prepare for quite the journey. Especially what with all of the backtracking we're going to have to do once we clear out this top area. It's certainly not going to be a quick fight. Okay. Surprised. Tell you what, get rid of you. Nice.
Them no quarter.
And then, what do you say to a stun here? Resisted the stun. Wow. I was not anticipating that. Let's go ahead and just do a little bit of healing then. Maybe we can... Speed, accuracy, crit. Let's just go with the bleed. He's not terribly resistant to it. Yeah, and 5 per turn is nothing to shrug off. Ow. 4 per turn is nothing to shrug off either, though. Okay, yep. I could... Toxin Trickery, but I brought enough bandages that I think this will be okay. I'm going to try for another stun here. You have a stunning satchel. Like, there's no reason that we're not landing that stuff. Oh, wow. Big miss. And 7. Beautiful. Alright. Good healing. Bear's been doing fairly well in the healing department. I'm waiting, of course, for that run of bad luck where all I can do is 0. It's bound to happen. It always does. Tell you what, I'm gonna leap past these guys. There we go. And that should put us in a configuration that we can work with. Alright. More healing. And again, such good numbers. Then let's advance. Nice. This might be his last attack, actually. If the stuns remain consistent here, of course, that could always happen. Wow. That's not looking so good. Again, Bear's still coming through with the heals, though. Nice. Alright, so he is going to get one more attack against us. It's a howl. A little bit of stress. Not the worst thing in the world. We'll just do the stun here. He'll bleed out on his next turn anyway. It doesn't really matter. The only thing I could really do here didn't work.
The sharpened blade.
Okay, nothing to worry about.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
And I did take the citrine for now. It's basically going to get tossed away, like, right here. Oh, wow. That was a lot of stuff. Citrine's not as good as ruby. And I think I can leave the skeleton key without losing sleep over it. Now... Stress wave, good dodge. Okay. This isn't the worst combination. Of course, them all going before us could be a bit of a problem. Alright, there we go. Now, harvest.
A devastating blow.
Liked that. Okay. That's a little unfortunate. He does have duelist advance, though. And this one, no. None of this works from our front. That's so terrible. Okay. You know, only moving forward to 1. Okay, we need... Oh, wow. We need the... Jeez, seriously, guys? We need our jester not to act first, is what I was trying to say there. And of course he acts first, because that's how my RNG has been going in this fight.
Ringing ears.
Wow.
Blurred vision. The end approaches.
I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that at all. Just get the big damage out there. Decent. And then... Another dodge. Should have healed. Okay. Seriously? Like, can we land some hits that we need to land here? Alright. That I'm not so worried about. Even if it had connected, she could have lunged up. And that'll take care of both of those guys. And then you can take care of him. Okay. Decent. Actually gonna battle ballad here. Considering what else am I gonna do? Attack the corpses. Lame. Super lame. And Vare is in the awkward position of being the only character that can heal, but also being the only character that can really easily hit the back row from here. Do I have to just wait for a corpse to expire? Is that how this would work? That's not my favorite plan. Another stress wave. Yeah, this is taking far too long. That's unlikely to kill.
A decisive pummeling.
But it was a decisive pummeling. Damn, I missed your eyes. I hate it when that happens. I really do. Oh, wow. Those daggers flashed very brightly. And then a slice off to finish it. Okay. That wasn't...
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Wasn't the best fight I've ever had, but it could have been worse. Citrine we're going to toss. Shovel we're going to use. Okay. 750 gold I'll take. We'll swap a damage stone for Swift Cloak, which is uncommon. Hey, and our first scout of the night. Thank you. Now, we know something bad is going to happen over here. So you know what I'm thinking? We've also got a hallway fight right there. Let's go this way first. We no longer have... Let me double check here. Fish carcass. It's got a slight chance of bleeding or blighting us. No, okay. It had like equal chance.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Of loot as well as bleed and blight. So, you know, I figured we could get rid of bleeding or blighting and maybe we'd get the loot. But, oh well, nothing happened. The brackish tide pool is an anti-venom for healing or stress reduction. In this case, stress reduction. Only 7, though. That's, like, kind of not even worth it if it does what it's supposed to do, right? Like, is an anti-venom worth 7 stress being taken off? I don't feel like it is. I was hoping more for, like, a 30. Like, 30 made a lot of sense. Barnacle could bleed us. Why not? Nothing inside. Could use a shovel there. Running a little low on shovels, though. Okay. And another empty room. Alright, we got a hallway fight coming up. Be prepared for that. Another brackish tide pool. We definitely don't want to do it if we don't have the anti-venom. Oh, hi, friend. The Ucka Savage. Come to say hello. Alright, one of them bled. Let's see if we could keep you stunned for most of this fight. We cannot. Oh, wow. 8. That's not nearly as impressive as I wanted it to be. Okay. Do some damage to that guy at least. Yep. No good. Very no good. Ow. Knocked to the back and stunned. This guy is Eldritch. They're both Eldritch. know what? I'm gonna go with the heal. Okay, he'll die before he does anything more. Jeez, that is not a small amount of damage, though. That really doesn't even make any sense. Like, I'm just gonna move back right away. I've got to get Highwayman back up here. Otherwise, my party combination kind of falls apart. Let's do that.
Is the weapon that cuts on its own.
You can at least sacrificial stab for 14. Okay. He can at least do that.
And power.
And then everything is resorted. Please stun again. Okay. Things are looking like they might work themselves out. Not gonna try for the stun here, just due to what it does to our party composition. And then, you know what? Let's take this opportunity to pull some stress down on these characters. That's what I'm waiting for. Those pivotal heals that I really need to work that are gonna land as zeros. Yeah, that's what I need. He's gonna be on death's door very, very soon. Like, as soon as it's his turn.
Yeah. A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
That kind of worked out for the best, though. I think I would have rather had Thaon act, go to death's door, then get healed off of it. Alright. We're gonna be okay. We're totally gonna be okay. Did manage to land a bleed. And another stun. Alright. Healing is probably more important, even though it was for 2. I guess we just keep up his stress reduction game. Such big numbers, man. Yep. Okay. Point blank. Into... another stress reduction. Cool. Into a shadow fade, which doesn't work that time. So now, I think I want you to die.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Yeah, I think that was the best decision there. Another uncommon trinket. Let's go ahead and use up enough food to make space for that. And there we go. Did I like that better? Yeah, but I think we got all of our stress reducing out of the way. Let's just go ahead and head down here again. Now I could skip this, but we're so early on. I would rather have the ability to ignore a couple of rooms at the very end when maybe we know just how badly we're hurt than early on making that decision. Surprised, eh? Okay. Let's see here. Dodge. That's a big dodge. Okay. Well, we at least stunned one of them. And more dodges. Oh, lovely. It's going to be one of those fights, huh? Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Guess these guys do have 28 dodge. It's not an insignificant amount. Ow. Very ow. Much pain. Of course, we've got 39 dodge, and they're connecting to us every time. Okay. I would love for it to be my turn. If somebody would maybe wake me when I get to go. Oh, wow. Yep. That makes perfect sense. Alrighty then. That fight went perfect in that second round. Okay, we need some really big healing numbers. 1 is not what I had in mind. Not even a little bit. Try to get a stun out. Combined with a harvest. Combined with... what do I want to do here? Let's try to kill him. Does land the bleed, so let's just slice off. Wow. Such bad misses here. I don't think Lovett has connected with anything this entire fight. Meanwhile, at 90 dodge, they have no trouble hitting me. None. None whatsoever. Ah, 2. Okay. Those are not those big healing numbers I needed. Alright. Thank you. That is something. Something I can work with. 18. Beautiful. Need more 18s. Try for the slice off here.
The ground
Thank you.
quakes.
Love it. Finally accomplishes something. Alright. One attack. Totally. Thank you for dodging. Oh man, didn't even matter. Okay. Well,
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
I need... Ugh. Oh no.
More blood soaks the soil, feeding the evil therein.
Yep, that was a thing that happened. That was a thing that happened.
Masterfully executed.
Ugh. That was so painful.
Victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Was it even a victory nonetheless? Oh man. I don't want to toss these away. Boy. There's no way that I complete this, right? I'm back to that mentality. Toss the bandages. We're gonna camp. We're gonna feast.
Together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
And then proof scouting. I don't really need any of these stress reduction things. So let's instead go with a damage up, a speed up, and an accuracy increase. Why not? Okay, and we'll produce a supply item. Lovely. Yep, horrific. Totally agree.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
That's wonderful. Well, good, just good. That's what I love to see. Ow. So ow, much pain. If this is what's going to happen right after camping, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to get out of here, which makes me very sad. So we'll go up front here. Good dodge. A harvest to the middle could get... Yeah, only one of them. Okay. 23. Man, her dodges are suddenly not holding up at all. Very unfortunate. Okay. Slice off here. Does 9. Does get the bleed. Sacrificial stab. Kills him. Okay.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
And that emerald is awfully nice. Not gonna lie. 3, 6,000, 9,000. Man. I hate doing it. But I think we have to leave. Like, I don't even think it's worth trying to fight down here with the 3 of them. I don't have a party composition that I love. Like, he can't do anything from the front rank, which is just awful. He can almost work better here, but it just doesn't quite have what it needs. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Ignorance of your enemy and of yourself will invariably lead to defeat.
Poor ancestor's coat. Within my grasp and gone. Alright. Actually, like, pretty decent quirk gains considering. But man, I felt like that came on so suddenly.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
We did not manage to, like, get a single death blow resistance. Like, it was just on death's door, and here's your death blow. Oh, so bad. So bad. As you can see, we did have several characters removing some things and adding some things. We put on an Unholy Slayer, a Tough, and an Irrepressible. And took off just some general negative quirks. It always pains me anytime we have a character die, for obvious reasons. But especially like that, just, it's so rough. Do we have... Yeah. We have several long champion missions available next week, though. So one of those will definitely be where we head. I'm in just so pain. Okay. Unless we want to leave... Might give Vare a little time off. You know, like, I might admit to this being a little bit of a contributing factor. Things like this, like that negative accuracy versus Eldritch, that might have cost me dearly. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch to see, like, how often did a miss occur that, if only we would have hit, could have changed the tide of that entire dungeon run. I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to subscribe for more episodes on the channel every single day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos, and I will catch you guys next time.